Hi guys, my name is Jacqueline. Thank you so much for watching and welcome back to my channel. You guys really seem to enjoy my Apple Watch video, so I will definitely link that one down below if you haven't seen it. But I thought I would do another review for you today, and that is on the Apple Pencil. And so I really do love it, and I just thought I might share my thoughts with you on it. And so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I make new videos all the time on a bunch of different topics. And so yeah, let's get right into the review. So first off, what I wanted to say about it is it's just like shiny, you know, it's a shiny white Apple Pencil, and I do wish it came in different colors. So I'll kind of maybe talk about the cons first and then what I like it, because my list of cons is definitely shorter than my list of pros. So like I said, first off, when you feel it, it actually feels a little bit heavy. I know you think pencil, so if you were to hold a pencil and your Apple Pencil, you know, at your hand at the same time, your Apple Pencil is definitely going to feel a bit heavier. So it really doesn't take too much time to get used to it, but it is something that you'll notice when you first hold it. You're going to be like, oh man, is my hand going to get tired? You know, after writing for a long time, but it really doesn't. You get used to the weight really fast. Second thing I don't really care for, I don't like things that come with a ton of different pieces, you know, little pieces. And so when you look at the Apple Pencil, you'll notice this little like eraser tip, it looks like, come off, and that's your lightning port, and that's where you can charge your pencil. And so it's magnetic, so it snaps on really easily, and it doesn't feel loose. It doesn't feel like it's not secure, but it definitely feels like maybe if it was like at the bottom of your purse or something, that it could potentially fall off. So I really don't care for that. But a really little nice solution is this little rubber tip, and I'll link this to Amazon for you guys. Two of my friends had this, and I thought that it was such a great solution because it looks cute. You can pick it whatever color you want, and all it is a little rubber tip, and that way whenever you charge it, you don't have to worry about keeping track of this little lid here. You can just you know, it'll just be attached to that rubber. So I love that. That gives me a lot of peace of mind that I'm not going to lose it. Also, you might be worried that maybe if you set it down, it might roll off the table. Apple thought about that, so that is not the case. It's actually weighted conveniently so that the little Apple Pencil logo stands right on top. So if you were to just, you know, sit it on a table, it's not going to roll anywhere. It just kind of sits exactly where you put it. So that's really nice. So I do like that. And then now that I have this little rubber on there, I wouldn't have to worry about that anyway, because it kind of just stays put. But you know, that is also something to consider. For charging it, it comes with this little adapter. You can either plug this directly into your iPad, or you can charge it. So it's a lightning to a lightning adapter. So you would plug in your charger, plug in your pencil on one. This is so tiny. I'm so scared to lose this thing. So good thing is you can pretty much always charge it in your iPad, so that's not going to be a big deal, and it's very fast charging. It's actually 15 seconds in your iPad will give it 30 minutes of use. So speaking of battery life, I use it a lot, and I can get a good maybe 3 days out of it before I'd have to fully charge it. But I love the super fast charging. Yesterday I plugged it in while I took a shower, came out, it was like at 10%. By the time I got out of the shower, it was at 100%. So I love the fast charging. But again, not a fan of all these little pieces. Also too, I do wish that it came in more colors. Maybe, you know, upcoming upgrades, it'll come in more colors. I would love a rose gold. My iPhone is rose gold. My iPad is rose gold. So I would love if it came in more colors. It does have this little rubber tip, so if anything happens, you can replace this little tip. It does come with a replacement. I haven't had any issues with the replacement yet, but I know some people were saying they've dented theirs, so it's not a big deal. You just unscrew it, screw it back on, so you know that then you're good to go. So I haven't had any issues with that. I do like this design of tip better, because I have tried many styluses in hopes that they would mimic paper, and so this is definitely extremely sensitive. It's pressure sensitive, so if you were to push harder, your pencil line would be bigger, just like it would be if you were pressing like a pencil to paper. So it's definitely pressure sensitive. It's also tilt sensitive, so I can see why artists would enjoy a tool like this. I have no artistic ability whatsoever, but I do enjoy taking notes, and I take a lot of notes on everything. I'm always writing lists, I'm always taking notes, and so I really love this tool. It has become super useful very quickly, especially if you use something like Goodnotes or Notability. The Notes app that comes with your iPad, that's pretty decent, but if you're like me and you need to separate notebooks and you need it visually more uniform, then I would definitely say Goodnotes is for you, or Notability. Also too, one thing that you might find as a con is that it is only compatible with the iPad Pro. So if you have an iPad Air or a previous generation iPad, your pencil is not going to be able to work with it, even though the adapter for it is a lightning cable. So iPad Pro comes in 9.7, which is what I have, or the like giant artist pad, and that is you know, the 12.9 inch screen. So I know my husband's always looking at me, and I saw him take my pencil and he was trying to write on his iPad, and it's not compatible. He has an iPad Air, and so so you will definitely need to upgrade to an iPad. Don't think, you know, oh, I'll just buy the pencil, you know, it sounds really great, and then it won't work with your iPad. Also, the pencil is Bluetooth compatible, so that's actually really cool. So first you'll have to pair it just like you would with any Bluetooth device. So all you have to do is plug it in your iPad, it'll recognize it, it'll ask you if you want to pair, click yes, and then you're good to go. It will unpair though. It will always stay paired unless you have a unless you turn on airplane mode or turn off your iPad, in which case you'll have to repair, but otherwise it's always just good to go. So I do love that. And for palm rejection. So a big problem that I had with all the other styluses that I've had, and I've had many, is that the second you let your palm rest on the screen, you know, it goes crazy. Your line flies everywhere, or, you know, it's really not user-friendly, and I'm a person who likes to rest my palm. I can rest my palm on my iPad, no problem, and it will write like not an issue. I have so many notes, I had to find a blank page, but so I can just, you know, rest my palm, no problem. It is exactly my handwriting. I don't notice, you know, a lot of times if you were to write with your finger with a stylus, you would notice your handwriting looks like crap, because it's just so hard to be accurate when the size of your nib is like the size of a pencil eraser. This is like an actual, you know, graphite lead pencil. So, you know, it mimics exactly, you know, what you would want. So I absolutely love that. Also, one thing with the pencil that I don't quite care for is how, remember I said you can charge it on your iPad. So when you charge it on your iPad, this is what it looks like. When you charge it on your iPad, that's what it looks like. So it's like virtually unusable if you're charging it at the same time, because, I mean, it'll impale you. Like, it's, the point is right there. I do think that was kind of a poor design. I understand they wanted to use just the one port of the lightning adapter, but I would have really preferred even something up here. And although it would look like a unicorn, it would still at least be out of your way so you can be navigating without getting impaled, or something like this. So I just, you know, I don't care for that. It charges so fast. Like I said, 15 seconds gives you 30 minutes, so it's not like that would be in that uncomfortable position very long, but still, it just seems silly to me. One thing that I did want to mention, you know, that way you don't get your Apple Pencil and think, oh no, it's not working. So it actually doesn't allow you to use your notifications like you would with your finger. So if you swipe down, if you swipe to the side to use your dual screen, if you swipe up, it's not going to allow you to do that, you know, just like it would with your finger. And so I'm not exactly quite sure why that is. It's probably just maybe too difficult to use your finger and pencil simultaneously. You know, something's got to give. But I can definitely, you know, write something, swipe down, swipe up. I'm really a big fan of the dual screen mode that I use all the time. A lot of times I'll write notes on one side while I'm reading a book on the other, and so I love having that dual screen capability. That is not specific to iPad Pro. If you just do the update on your iPad, you can have that dual screen capability, but that has become a very useful tool also. Also too, for battery life, I guess because they think not everybody who buys the Pro will buy the pencil, but you do have to enable a widget in order for you to see your battery life. So at first I was like, how do I check my my battery. I don't know what I'm working with here. So all you have to do is go to the bottom of your screen where it says to add a widget, and then click on the battery, the Apple Pencil battery widget, and then it will tell you, you know, your iPad's battery, and it will also tell you your pencil battery. You know, that way you know what you're working with. So I do appreciate that. I think that's about it for the cons. Like I said, it writes true to paper, so you know, you can rest your hand on it. It's not a problem. It is virtually frictionless, so that might take, you know, some time to get used to. You know, generally when you're writing, you know, your pencil on paper, you know, you're writing and there is a piece of friction, you know, because your pencil is hitting the paper, and then you know, you kind of got to, you know, work with it. Because, you know, the nib is very smooth, the glass is smooth, your hand may tend to glide a little more. So as long as you get used to that, I would say my handwriting maybe the first 2 days wasn't as good, and then after that, now I'm just used to it, and it really is true to paper. And some of these note-taking apps I would definitely highly recommend, because they really do take your you know, make it like the ultimate notebook. I would have loved to have this tool in high school. If you're in college, it would have been a great tool to really get rid of all of your notebooks, keep everything uniform here. You could copy paste from a textbook, make annotations. One app that I'll show you here, I like to use Goodreader when it comes to editing PDFs, and it really gives you a ton of different options to use. And so you can make arrows, you can draw, you can do real-time handwriting. Okay, so like in the case with this, I have typed notes, I have highlighters, underlines, I have handwritten notes, and it is just, it's turned out to be such a great tool, like I said, and it's so nice. I really enjoy reading, I enjoy studying, and so having everything in one central location, being able to go on the internet, pull up an article, put it in my notebook, edit that article, I think it has been so awesome. You know, obviously the price hurts a little bit. FYI, if you go to Best Buy and if you bundle something, so like I bought my iPad and my pencil together at Best Buy, you can ask for a bundle deal. So my pencil ended up being $85, which I know I've spent that. I've tried this stylus and this stylus and that stylus, and none of them have been nearly as accurate as this one too. I find myself writing so much with it. I definitely think I'm going to get one of those like squishy eraser things. Remember in school you could put like a little squishy sponge on the tip of your eraser, that way you wouldn't get your cramp, because I have like a permanent callus from taking all my notes. So I definitely think I'll get one of those little squishy guys. And I do have this little case that I keep on my iPad, and so it fits my pencil, but that way my pencil and my iPad are always together, because I really don't want to ruin the nib or you know, have things in too many different places. But like I said, you know, in conclusion, I really do love it. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Definitely think this is totally worth the investment, like I said, and if you get it even cheaper, like 85, or you had a coupon or Best Buy rewards or anything, I do think that this would be a good investment, especially if you're someone who likes to take notes. If you prefer typing, go for it. You don't even need it. But if you're a person that physically needs to see it on paper, me personally, the more senses I engage, the better I remember it. So I need to see it, I need to write it, I need to read it out loud. So this just helps me, you know, in all that memory aid. I know it's marketed for artists, but I think if you're a student, you would love it. I hope you found my thoughts on this helpful, and leave in the comments if you have any questions. But otherwise, if you guys like this video, I will definitely give you either my iPhone 7 review or my iPad Pro review. So whichever you guys would like to see, feel free to leave it in the comments. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.